Now live.
All right, welcome to the Ballistic Shield podcast, and hope everybody's having a good day today. Today we're going to try to get into it. We actually have Daniel here. He's actually awake.
Hopefully
Hello.
He'll stay that way.
Doing my best.
And we also have Matt here. I hope everybody's having
Oh, you're a little quiet there, buddy. We didn't hear you, Matt.
Hello.
There we
No,
go.
yeah.
And I just almost had like a brain aneurysm because I have 5 Beam tabs open trying to make sure everybody's hosting is working properly for us. And I didn't mute the mics on all of those.
Bro, good thing I have mine muted.
Hello.
So it was like this long stream of echo. It was really trippy.
And then your computer.
So we're on a
died.
full. So thanks to your shit, we're on a full surround sound.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I guess it was really creepy though. It was like, hello and welcome, and hello and welcome, hello and welcome. It's just all at the same time, and it was crazy. I just had to shut my mouth and quickly mute all of them because I wouldn't be able to hear anything anybody said. All right, Aaron, seeing as how last time you kind of took on the whole, let's I don't
Well,
know,
if you want me to
what's
be
the
the leader, you got to call me daddy.
word? Oh, well,
But-
you know, you're good with the whole structure of the podcast, my man.
Well, I mean, this is the first part. There is no structure in the first part. It's all about
That's true.
us talking about what we did in
So-
the last 7
so
days.
Can I bring up a pressing issue that I have?
Yeah, go for it.
Can you all start putting the date correctly in the documents we send to each other?
Oh my god. No, I can't stop putting the date correctly.
Let's get gripping, guys. Straight out the gate. The British guy wants to query it.
Oh my gosh. You dang goober. Oh. So what's been going on in your life, Daniel?
Well, I've been playing a lot of GTA.
I knew that
Due
game.
to the potential age issues, I will not say what I've been doing in GTA.
Well, I have
But-
a broadcast for mature people only because of last
Ah,
week's
that's
podcast.
fantastic. Well,
Yes.
guys, I've been doing a lot of cocaine.
So,
Started my own cocaine business.
There you
right,
go.
I play GTA, and all I gotta say about the cocaine business, don't you wish that the people in their underwear were far more attractive than just like saggy titty
Yes,
people?
definitely. Yep. Yep.
I think everybody wishes that.
And a bit more productive as well, because I'm not going to lie that I'm producing a lot of supplies for very little product.
Right?
Like a lot of supplies for very, very little product. Literally, I feel I could do better if I was cutting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a good DLC. I played it quite a bit a couple months ago.
I know that. I'm a little bit behind on the whole GTA thing. I got the game for the Xbox 360 day it came out, right? Got it, played it. There was no online. All right, they introduced online. I play it. I'm not so interested in it because there's really not that much to do. I mean, there's only so much you can do with driving around and being a retard.
Bullshit. You just don't have
I'm
any
just
friends.
saying.
You just don't have any
No,
friends.
I had friends. I played the fuck out of it. I'm just saying.
I need to agree with Waller on this one. It is because you don't have any friends. Because the reason why I didn't like it was because I didn't have any friends to play it with.
Well, okay, so I had plenty of people to play it with when it first came out. Me and a bunch of guys, back when it came out, I was still in high school. Me and a bunch of
Okay,
guys
so
I was in
you
high
were-
school with.
You were being an antisocial GTA player.
No,
Is that what you're
we would play all the time. It's just the missions to me weren't really all that. And at that time, I was still really hooked on Black Ops 2.
All right. I got this, Daniel. I figured out what the problem is. He doesn't have any fun friends.
Yeah, that
Ah,
might be true.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty lame.
Hey.
What?
Well,
Hi.
he's never played GTA with his fun friends.
Watch it.
I'm just messing with you, bud.
I was gonna
So-
say you played GTA with me earlier, punk.
I know, I'm just messing with you. But no, like, so it came out, right? I don't remember how long it was when the game initially came out. All right. So I played the crap out of the story mode, right? Because the online didn't come out, but God, it was like almost 9 months after the game came out. Online finally was working, which was really annoying because it was promised to be you were promised to be able to play GTA Online at game launch, and they couldn't deliver that for like 9 months. It was really infuriating. So I'd already kind of burnt out on the game by the time online came out. That's one of the things. That's one of the reasons. So then after that, right? You know, what's it called? About a year or more later, they came out with Heists, and I was still burnt out on it after my initial coming onto the online. And back when the online came out, the very beginning, there was a basic few missions, and that was it. I got distracted playing Destiny for a while, so I'm still really far behind on this. I'm only like level 40, and the game's been out for like 5 years, so it feels like. Just saying.
Well, levels don't matter. You can kill everybody with pistol
That's true.
if you're good.
Well,
I make a career out of going around killing people being only a level 49. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can understand that.
But it really shines like whenever we played, we would either do the if we were low on money, we'd do the biker gang missions. And if we weren't low on money, we would just go onto a public server and make it where we can't shoot each other and just wreck people. Like we would have like 10 people trying to kill the 5 of us, and then they'll finally like cave in and get a bunch of like the attack helicopters and just fuck us over because there's nothing you can do against 7 attack helicopters.
Yeah. I know that game. So Matt, what have you been doing, bud, this week?
Eating.
Same for me. Did any of y'all ever go to like all you can eat buffets?
Oh no, what is that?
I clear them out every time I go there. I'm not allowed there.
Is it
Oh,
a
right.
restaurant
you
where you
don't
get
know
to
what
eat
an
all you
all-you-can-eat
want?
buffet.
Well, I'm just saying, like, do you go there on an average, like on a regular time?
No,
Y'all do that?
I'm a skinny person. I don't go out eating a lot. I
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
keep
know
up my
what that
girlish
is.
figure.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to slap you next time I see you.
Well, to be fair, yeah, I'm actually going there because that was I had to release some big news that I will not be able to make next week's podcast because
What?
I will be heavily intoxicated.
Why?
I'm
But-
going out.
I don't see
Oh,
why
okay.
being heavily intoxicated would like
Yeah.
limit your ability to be on the podcast. It might just make it better.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
it will make it better, okay? Because I'm a funny drunk, but yeah,
Um,
it doesn't make for good TV
What?
or podcasts.
Are you sure about that? Because I feel like you don't actually know what you're talking about right now.
so
Who knows?
I don't know if I talked about this last week. I don't remember, but I beat Calamity Ganon in Zelda,
What's that?
the final boss.
Oh, okay.
This is spoiler free. I went in like extremely.
Wait,
overprepared.
hold on. I didn't know he was the final boss. You've done spoiled it for me.
You play the first 5 minutes of the game, you know he's the fucking final boss. He's the final boss of almost every Zelda game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Almost all of them?
Yes.
Spoiler alert. He's not the boss for all of them.
But
Spoiler alert.
The
Yeah, we
fight,
should have had like sirens going off then.
Yeah,
Like
freaking.
Yeah.
I think what we
Just
should have made it
ban me
look
off of
like.
Beam Pro.
We should have it like go freaking full on sirens. You know, like freaking as if it's like the freaking Battle of Britain again with the freaking bombs dropping down.
Or like
Yeah, sirens going off.
early 2000, late 90s radio show with all the soundboards and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
get
bet I
that
can
going
do
off,
that.
and then a big massive spoiler alert. Now deliver your spoiler alert, and then we all cry.
All right, I'll work on
Yeah.
it. I'll get that going. But
Yeah.
yeah, the fight itself was a little on the easy side, but I went in like super over prepared. But it was a really cool fight.
Well, that's good.
Very grand, very epic.
You went in
Well,
super tank then.
well, now you've kind of ruined it for me. I don't want to play it anymore because
All right, internet. I want to clarify something. Isaac has told me I'm not a big fan of the Zelda games. Let the witch hunt begin.
Okay, I can't get into it that much. I mean, what do you want from me?
To actually play a Zelda game.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played a Zelda game.
Damn. See, I'm not the only one.
But he's from the UK. He's weird.
Yeah.
No, I'm a more Microsoft, Halo,
Here we go. Here's what-
Pokemon.
Here's what should have happened whenever you said that. Or
Hey, the audio quality is awful. If you want me to add sounds,
Yeah.
put them in the Google Drive, and I'll put them in the. I'll make it sound.
Yeah. Okay.
You need to do it. You need to do that legitimately.
Yeah.
okay,
need to
fine. I'll find it. I'll find actual.
You
sound.
know, we need to do it through mixers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll mix your face. What do you think
All
of
right.
that?
What?
All right, well,
What?
we'll carry on with the show. And since Daniel, you like Microsoft stuff, right?
To a degree.
You would like you like your Xbox? Am I wrong?
Nah, I just throw it out the window every time I get annoyed with it.
Well, are you excited for the Scorpio?
To a degree.
Well,
Now I tell you the reason why.
Yes. Tell us the reason. Because you missed
Because
out on
I'm sick
last
and
week's
tired
podcast.
of releasing a console that is never ever fully developed. Why? What's the point in that?
What do you mean?
Effectively, when consoles first came out, they were agreed that they'd be released on a 5-year cycle. But with the PS3 and the 360, they went on an 8-year cycle.
Yeah,
Now,
we're
you can understand-
giving kind of updates to them. Technically, they went on
Yeah,
a
they were
10-year cycle for.
They were given updates. Now, when you release your product for the next 5 to 7 years, you should be going in with a product that will last 5 to 7 years. But they don't.
that's what I was saying last week after you fell asleep. Is that if they want to make consoles a big thing, they need to make them modular. They need to make it where either you can send it somewhere and they upgrade it, where you don't have to buy a whole new console that's put like a new like GPU or CPU in it. And
Yep.
yeah, stuff like that. And instead of you having to go out and buy a new console.
Yep,
I
exactly.
absolutely
So
agree with you.
it should be something like it should be basically similar to a computer, where you can basically plug it all in, buy the model that they sell at the time. Then, if there's any upgrades, you can buy that from Microsoft for a set fee. Say, the new Scorpio drive would be $149.99. You pay them $149.99 plus 25 for your delivery, taxes, and all sorts, and then they then put that into your Xbox and then return the Xbox to you.
Yeah.
That is one way of them making more money. Now, that's why I don't understand why they don't do it that way, because if you buy, say, a pre-owned Xbox, Microsoft don't get that money. But if you buy a brand new Xbox, they do.
Yeah. The thing that about this, it's kind of already been done. I don't know if y'all know this about the Super Nintendo, but the Super Nintendo's hardware is not what pushed the games. It was actually the game cartridges themselves that had extra chips in them that actually helped render and create even better games.
It's like buying a TV that has its own CPU that can help render the images and have higher refresh rates. Microsoft, you need to push harder. Make TVs do this if you want 4K gaming to be a thing.
They'd want 4K gaming to be a thing. They're wetting themselves. They want 4K so bad.
Yeah. they're
Okay,
trying to-
so-
go ahead, Daniel.
This is the other issue. Now, luckily, through my experiences through work, I actually used to work in TVs. And obviously you see all these people selling TVs at 200 hertz per second, frame rate, 4K, all this shit. The problem you have got, nothing is currently being developed at 4K. So what is the point?
Yeah,
Well-
it's a little early for 4K. And another thing,
We're
another problem with
we're at least 2 to 3 years away from 4K, at least.
Well, 4K has been around for about, I want to say, 3 years.
No, only the 4K upgrade has been around for 2 years. So there is no actual item being sold on the market where they actually project a legitimate 4K image.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you
Everything
there
is
because
what it is. They've only just released that. They've only just released one this year in the UK for Sky, and it's only on their sports channels if you have a Sky Q box,
he's
and
talking
you have
about
to
not
pay
like
like ridiculous amounts of money.
actual TV hardware, but like TV broadcasting.
Yeah, I understand what you're
So
talking about.
there's only
over
one.
here in America, though. If I believe it's Dish, could be wrong. It could be DirecTV. It's one of the two. Whatever the one that starts with a D is. Whoever that is, there's one of them that actually has a couple 4K channels.
But is it true 4K or is it just upscale 1080?
I believe it's true 4K.
Because it's also like really expensive right now for like TV shows, especially TV shows more than movies, to be able to do 4K. Because
Not really.
because
The cameras.
It is.
yeah,
It's a
the
whole
camera-
new camera.
whole new
Well,
camera,
okay.
whole new
Those cameras have been
cameras.
around.
All right,
But
so
yeah,
this is the thing you got to take into account. You had your standard definition camera, which they used for donkey's years, as we're all aware. Then HD came along, then 3D with HD, and now 4K. Because of so many changes in the last few years, a lot of production companies will not fork out the money for 4K cameras because of the rapid changes.
yeah.
Well,
That's why
here's the
nothing
thing.
is being developed to that.
Here's the thing. All right, I've got the website pulled up right now. If anybody wants to go check this out, there are a lot of
link it
people
in
using
Discord.
these. There are a lot of people using these. They're called Red Cams. If you've not heard of Red Cams, you live under a rock.
Is it
just saying.
red.com?
Yeah, it's red.com.
I never heard of them, and I don't live under a rock.
Well, you probably
And
do.
I'm the same here. I'm
Red
quite
Cams,
savvy with technology.
Red Cams are actually very, for production level cameras, they're very on the, I don't know, more affordable level as compared to some of the other ones. There was a point in time when it was cheaper to get a Red Cam and film everything in 4K than it was to get a 1080 cam. That was high quality.
But see, here's the problem. I know I've seen these cameras before. This is a problem with these cameras. Is yeah, they look cheap, but you got to buy like 4 other things for them. They're modular.
Oh yeah, I know, I know, and that's the really great thing about them. Those cams actually make it feasible for production companies to use stuff like this. Filming everything in 8K and downscaling it to 4K. That's what a lot of people do. They'll film in 6 or 8K.
And another thing is like you said, one of the satellite companies here in the States has a couple of 4K channels, right? What's the latency on that?
Dude, I have no clue.
All right, and then
I don't have cable.
and then neither do I. And then your normal like cable around here that goes through the coaxial thing. Coaxial cannot handle 4K. This just the and Netflix is putting out 4K content.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Netflix got
but-
like the most 4K content coming out than like any other like group.
But here's the-
Basically, all of Netflix original shows are now 4K. Even the show The Trailer Park Boys, they just came out with the newest season. It's in 4K. It looks great. Looks a little too good, if you know what I mean.
All right, let's get off the topic of 4K and go back to talking about
Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpio. We're not going to
So
have
I've
a
just
repeat
read
of last week.
the little bit you said about the Scorpio. about the price being leaked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
that's what
what I
we were
want to
gonna
talk
talk
about. I'll put it up on the stream right now. Now this is I really hate this, and it says the clickbait tab. I'm not going to scroll up because there's some like NSFW content up there. I don't know why.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So the title says is like Project Scorpio price leaked, but it says it right here. Oh shit! I highlighted everything. This right here. Xbox Scorpio price details may have been leaked ahead of the holiday 2007 release date, and if you scroll down, well, no, like it said confirmed in the title, but it's not confirmed. The Spanish retailer Extra Life is advertising the upcoming Xbox Scorpio console with a price of about £400, well, 350 to 400 pounds. Now, would you pay that much? How much weight in pounds would you give Microsoft?
I'd give all 250 of them.
I wouldn't give them it whatsoever.
Yeah,
Do what?
I think
I'm starting
that
to get really bad latency.
Yeah, there was a little bit of lag there.
who me?
I think it was
Bit
you.
of everyone.
Oh, all right, but I believe that the Scorpio is going to. It's not going to flop. It's going to be like watching a carcass decay because I don't think it's going to do good.
I still think it's going to do well, but that's just me. Again, I'm going to be one of those people who buys one. Just saying.
Put this link in Beam. If people want to
And
read
for
it.
all of those of you who don't know how to use Google and figure out how much that costs in USD, it's somewhere around $450 to $500.
Oh, so
That's the
go to
estimated
OK
cost.
Google and ask Google.
Yeah, I mean it's
Okay.
pretty much. When we talked in the last podcast, I bet Aaron, Daniel. I'm sorry you were asleep for this, but I had a bet with Aaron. This is a legitimate bet.
All right. Let's get someone else's opinion in on the question I asked earlier
Aw,
about the
man.
price. All right. So the
shit
bet
on me.
was if it was under $500, I give Isaac $5, and if it's over
No,
$500,
it's $500 or less dollars is what I said.
no, I said 500 or more.
Yes, so you
All
get 5.01. 501 cent and higher is you.
But here's the thing: if it retails at $499, does it? Who wins? Because that's pretty much $500. Everyone in the world, if it's $599.99, that's 1 cent away from being $500. So
Do you know? Do you know when you have a dead heat in a race?
No.
I think that's what we'll call it.
Uh,
Call it a. We'll call it a dud.
a
You're gonna
dud.
call it a dud. Don't
Yeah,
call
so
it a
it's
dud.
So
I
gonna
think
call
it
it
should
a
go
dud
down to the
bet.
one. I
we
think
gotta
it
pay.
should go down to the cents on who was correct.
I think
Technicality.
if it comes out at $499, we have to give each other $5,
Okay.
and it won't cancel
I will
out.
make
We would
I will
literally have
make
to
a
change.
better agreement.
You'll make
If
what
that's
agreement?
on 500 exactly, which I know they won't do,
Yeah.
that's when I would do that. You're just mad because you're gonna have to give me $5, and I can
Well,
feel
it's so close.
So, guys, obviously a little bit slightly off tandem, but it's still to do with the Scorpio.
it.
Last year, movies made in 4K in 2016. There were only 16 of them. Out of
Yeah.
all the movies that were released, only 16.
Well,
And I can tell
in
you,
case y'all didn't know,
Rogue One, Star Wars, was not one of them.
yeah, that's kind of sad. I don't know why they wouldn't do something like film it and like
Because
If
it'd be
I was a
way
company
too
like this-
expensive.
again. If
Because-
I was a
But this is
company like
this is what I call a dick punch. The Smurfs 2 was.
that is a dick punch. Right there. I'm
But,
telling you, it's
go ahead,
really
Isaac.
not that much more expensive, though. All right,
Yes,
because you look at YouTube channels, and there's more YouTube content in 4K that's high quality, high production value that's legitimate. Video Game High School, for instance, was filmed with a Red 6K camera, and they downscaled it to 4K. It's an excellent show, high production value. It is. I highly recommend it if you can't tell. It's on Netflix and YouTube.
But you also gotta think of it like this, right? When you have these, like, you know, box office big title movies, I mean, you got to more than one camera, probably more than 5 cameras.
Oh, no
right.
doubt. There's at least 8.
Yeah, probably more
Minimum.
than that, because you gotta have
I
spares
know.
because you don't want to be fucked over on recording day. All right, and
That's
then you gotta have the workstations that people are going to be editing these on. These, like, YouTube channels might maybe have 3 or 4 people, but for like Star Wars, they're gonna have like 50 to 60 people editing different scenes.
That's true.
And all
Okay,
that editing has to be done in 4K.
Okay, so something you may not know, though, is a lot of those workstations already have higher than 4K monitors on them.
Well, it's not about the monitors, because whenever
I mean,
you
and
edit
graphics
stuff, you
cards.
render it down anyway, so it's easier to
Yeah.
handle and load. But then you have to render it like render it up, you know, when you export it, and then you have to pay like how much footage do you think they shot for like total footage, not just what made it into the movie?
Oh, no,
for
I know
Star
what you're
Wars.
talking about, yeah.
All right, 4K is going to take up a lot of memory. Now you're having to
That's true.
spend extra money on memory. You're going to spend more money on creating the special effects, because those have to be in 4K too.
I can see your point. And also, let's just be honest here, it was made by Disney, and, you know, because Disney now owns...
All right, it's not 2015
Lucasfilm.
anymore. We get this.
Okay. So basically, they're greedy ass bastards at Disney. If you don't know, if you can't tell, so I can see them as looking at this as like, we're still gonna make a shit ton of money. Fuck all those people who wanted 4K.
But, and if you see like the stuff that is 4K, it's not, you know, there might be one, like, you know, box office mainstream movie that does it, but it's just right now it's just an unrealistic thing for them to do, because why do that when they can do it at 1080p? And another thing is movie theaters, right?
Yeah, the cams are very expensive.
Yeah.
Well, not cameras. I mean projectors. I'm a fucking idiot.
All right. I think the Scorpio is coming out way too early, and it's not gonna. The people who want 4K are going gaming probably already wanted it and were asking for it. Got the PS4 Pro,
No.
and then the people who are diehard Xbox fans are going to get it no matter what. Those people are going to get it. That the true diehard people are going to get it, and it's going to be such a niche market, because like how many, I don't know, none of my friends who I play games with have a 4K monitor or a 4K TV. I know a couple people who have a 4K TV.
Whoa, there was some major latency there.
Is it latency or lag?
Either or.
But
Who knows?
I know a bunch of people who I don't know a lot of people who have 4K screens. I just don't. And because like, why go out and spend, you know, $800 on a, you know, 42-inch 8K TV when you can spend $800 to get a 65-inch 1080p TV?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, though. 4K is getting really, really cheap to buy TVs for them, because they finally gotten their production shit set. Like, I bought a TV for $300 that's 4K, 55-inch. Beautiful TV. It's a JVC. And JVC is a pretty decent brand. But you look back, I want to say 5 years ago, to buy a 55-inch 1080 would have been $300 as well. I mean, just 2 years ago when I bought my 40-inch 1080 TV. So, I mean, realistically, it's coming faster than they think.
Yeah, but the thing is once the TVs get out there, all right, You see, it's the like if we found an alternative fuel source, right?
Sure.
They can make cars that run off this alternative fuel source really cheap, but you still have to find ways to get people to get rid of their old cars. No one's just going to get rid of their car.
That's true. We lost Daniel.
Is he asleep?
I have no clue.
He might have lagged out. I guess we can go ahead and go to the next topic since we're still on topic of Xbox, and it's called the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's fucking autoplay videos.
I hate when it does that.
We have this right here. If you're not sure, it's going. The Xbox Game Pass is video game streaming. There's not a lot.
no.
As
It's not really video game streaming. All right. It's kind of like the best way to describe it is Netflix for video games. If you have an Xbox, you know what I'm talking about. When I say it's basically like Microsoft's version of EA, EA Pass or whatever the fuck it's called. It's Microsoft's version of that. Currently on Xbox, Aaron, since you probably don't know this, you can actually subscribe to certain things like EA. You can pay for their pass and get access to games like Battlefield 4, Hardline, all their sports games, Plants vs. Zombies, all that stuff. You can download it to your console and play it as long as you have that subscription. It's kind of like manages the DRM for it, if you will.
But yeah, so it's yeah, probably going to have to require online connectivity to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you download the game, so you can't just download the game then unhook your internet and keep playing it forever. Microsoft has confirmed that the subscription service will be leaving Xbox Insider Program on April 28th, saying that the program is getting close to launch. Thank you for this is from Microsoft. Thank you for participating in the Xbox Game Pass Alpha preview. The message reads, your feedback, fucking typos, has been invaluable and will make the service better for all gamers. We're getting close to launch. Xbox will be the Pass will be available for all gamers later this spring. List of developers is 2K, 505, Bandai Namco, Capcom, Deep Silver, Focus Home Interactive, Sega, SNK Corporation, THQ, Warner Bros, and Microsoft Studio. It'll be $10 a month.
Yeah.
Are you back, Daniel? They might be working out some issues.
Yeah, I've had some massive lag.
All right,
This is what happens when you have a recording of a podcast around the world.
Then, but yeah, we're talking about. Did you hear anything we talked about, Daniel?
Yeah, the last like minute or so.
Yeah, we're talking about the Game Passes coming out.
Okay, yeah, I don't believe in it. I think it's a waste of time.
Well, do you have EA? What's it called? You subscribe to EA?
Pass, yeah.
It's gonna be like that. The EA Access. That's what it's called. Damn it. EA Access. I've been saying the wrong thing for like the last 5 minutes. But yeah, it's gonna be very similar to the EA Access, except it's gonna be Microsoft's version.
All right, I'm done talking about Xbox.
Yeah.
Everybody else done? We talked about it so much last week.
Yeah, and we've talked about it a lot this week, but hey, they got a lot of stuff going on, both good and bad.
So let's go to a different spectrum.
Your favorite thing on the market right now, Aaron. That's what we're talking about.
The Nintendo Switch. I don't know if anyone else here played on one yet.
You haven't let me touch yours.
Yeah, because you got greasy fingers.
Mm.
But
Bow chicka bow wow.
the Nintendo Switch is selling, and it's selling a lot. It's the second biggest hardware launch since NPD began tracking sales in 1995. Stores can't keep them in.
Yeah, you call Best Buy and like the first automated message you get is like, we can't tell you if we have them or not.
And it's debut month of March. The Nintendo Switch sold 31,000 more units than the previous best-selling Nintendo month-one platform, the Game Boy Advance, which released back in June 2001.
I had one of those.
Everyone had one of those. I'm a huge fan of the Switch. If you haven't gotten one yet, or at least played on one yet, do it. We had some big games coming out. Breath of the Wild is beautiful. I've probably already sunk close to 200 hours into that game. Let's see, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes out in 6 days. Super Mario Odyssey comes out this holiday season, and there's Splatoon's coming out this summer. There's a bunch of good games coming out for it, and
You know,
they're adding
I've
indie
never
games to
actually-
it like every week.
I've never seen Splatoon. Is it fun? It seems like it would be. It's very colorful.
I played it for like 2 minutes on the Wii U, their first one.
It's very childish. It's almost like they're trying to have some sort of like childish shooter game for Nintendo.
Apparently there's like big competitions where people like play against each other for money rewards and stuff.
I don't doubt it. I mean, it looks like fun. I'm not gonna lie. It really does. Just I've never gotten to play it.
All right, so yeah, if you know someone who has a Switch, I highly recommend you play it. It's
Just go up to them and steal it. Out of their
it's
hands
well
right
worth the $300. I would not. I fell into the trap of where I really wanted one and had to buy one off a guy off Craigslist, but the guy was cool. It's worth it. It's just really
Didn't
worth
try
it.
to rape you at all.
No, it was really cool. All right, so do you have any questions about the Switch? I want to start streaming with mine. I just need to get my Elgato so I can stream.
Come on, Matt. You've been so quiet. Comment, man. Just say some stuff.
Hey, Matt.
Been mealing on some chicken.
Um,
I am
down your
so
chicken?
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry I've been muted. I got hungry. I haven't had anything to eat all day, and finally found something to eat, and I'm taking advantage of it.
I picked out a topic just for you, Matt. And it's our next topic, and since you're not muted, Call of Duty World War II's first very small image is seemingly revealed, and it's a guy holding a gun.
That face,
Oh,
though.
God. Oh God.
But
I'm excited about the reveal.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I got two groups running through my head. I got the Xbox Live party running through my head, and then y'all.
but
You should probably mute them.
we got the box art for it.
Oh, we
And,
do? Where's that at?
Mm-hmm.
if you go to the stream, I have
Ooh.
it up on the stream.
I was looking at the same link, but I didn't scroll all the way down. That's
uh,
really nice. I
the
just
full
don't like
reveal?
the PlayStation exclusive.
well, I mean, Sony has more active online players than Xbox. At this moment in time, that might change in the future.
Yeah.
So, the full reveal will be Wednesday. I'm not a big Call of Duty person. Everyone else in this podcast is. So, when it comes out, well, I'll let Matt. Are you going to be watching the reveal this Wednesday?
Yes, I'm gonna be watching the reveal.
Take mental notes and talk about it
Um,
next week.
Hold on. I want to backtrack here. What you said. You say you're not a Call of Duty person?
Hold on
Oh,
one second.
We talked about that.
Matt, are you having issues? Like, is anybody else hearing issues with Matt? I can't. hear
He
him very
cuts when he starts talking. Like the first two syllables get cut out for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, I talked about it last week. I haven't played Call of Duty since Ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the more I play shooters, like I don't like the hyper realistic shooters, and I know like
I love
Advanced
them.
Warfare and stuff like that isn't hyper realistic because it's futuristic, but I still like I like more arcade shooters where like twitch shooters, kind of like Destiny and stuff, where
Yeah.
combat's really fast and yeah, it's just I've lost my interest in
What?
Call of Duty.
You what? You think Destiny has faster combat than Call of Duty? Advanced
Yes,
Warfare?
when like time to kill for like some of the slowest guns like is less than 3 seconds.
Oh man, you got to have a good team with you to make a fun Call of Duty game. I'm telling you what, you get a good team that knows how to hold down a.
You have no right to talk
point.
about good teams. I don't have fun playing GTA
Hey,
online.
I have fun playing GTA Online. I just didn't whenever the game came out. I mean, hell, I played it till like 2 in the morning last night. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got to tell this story. And if Bob, aka Valued Tadpole, ever listens to this, don't get mad at me. This is a funny ass story. So we're
Make it
playing
quick.
last night at about 2 in the morning, right? Both very tired, still playing GTA. We're gaming, having lots of fun, doing shit tons of missions, making a lot of cash, all right? So he's like, okay, I'll be right back. I gotta get some milk, chocolate milk, because that's what he was craving. So he went and got some, you know. So we're playing still. Next thing I hear is, oh crap! Apparently his mic cord caught on the big cup that he had, dumped the chocolate milk onto his running Xbox One. And some of it went down into the air vent. You want to talk about a scared, frantic person? That was funny to listen to.
Yeah. Do you
Moral of the
remember the
story
old
is-
chubby Xbox 360?
Yeah,
Man, that thing was resilient.
yeah, it was.
I had it fall off one of those old school projector TVs that's like 6 feet in the air off the top of it. Still worked fine. Plastic popped off a little bit. Just kind of pushed it back together. It worked great.
Oh yeah, they're durable. They're durable consoles. He took his apart and cleaned it out.
I'm pretty sure Daniel's out sleeping. I heard a snore.
Did you?
Yeah. Let's listen. All right, I want to go to the next one. This is probably you guys have no context on, but
I do.
StarCraft Brood War are now completely free, and they get the first patch. The game gets the first patch it's seen in 8 years. Oh, he's sleeping, but move him to
Yep.
his bedroom.
Okay, I'll move him in his bedroom.
So anybody who played PC games, like, 10 to 8 years ago, played StarCraft. It's one of the most iconic PC games, and
I like it. I really do.
they came out with the remastered version. It was announced a couple weeks ago, saying, "Hey, we're going to do this thing," and people kind of like, "Oh, is Blizzard joking?" Because Blizzard does shit like that all the time. But no, it's the real thing, and you can get it for free. I'll copy the link. Copy link address. There we go.
Dude,
And
all I gotta say is I will actually play that game with you.
I don't know how I feel about it because, like, since I played so much StarCraft 2 recently, their control groups, I don't know, I gotta look at the patch notes. In the first StarCraft, you can only have 12 units in one control group, and there is no limit in StarCraft 2. So whenever I play Zerg, I would have, like, my 80 Banelings going to roll through someone's base and make them cry.
I know what you mean.
They did update it for newer PCs because it's meant for like old school CRT monitors and stuff.
Yeah.
New
Okay,
OpenGL.
Okay, got a question for you though.
Yeah.
So you like StarCraft, but how do you feel about Age of Empires 2?
I'm a bigger fan of Age of Empires 3.
What? I like Age of Empires 2 way better than I like 3. felt
Age
like
of
3 was
Empires
kinda
3
potatoey.
was a lot like Civilization, but not as grand.
All I gotta say is if you want to play some RTS type games, I'm down for Age of Empires 2 because I have the fucking HD remastered version of it for my Steam account.
All right, I'll download it. I'll ruffle stomp you too.
Oh, you probably will.
Yeah. I have a okay APM for someone who's not a pro. I average somewhere between 90 to 150 APM. And for all you people who don't play computer games, that's actions per minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna get shit on, by the way, everybody. So
Yeah.
we'll probably stream that. We're gonna have to give me a handicap or something.
Yeah.
Plus 5,000 wood.
The handicap would be I haven't played Age of Empires in probably 7 to 8 years.
Fair enough.
Another RTS game's coming out because I love this. I'm not streaming the thing. I'm a terrible host, but
You are.
if you look right here, the ads on the sidebar, like I have ad blocks, so like a lot of stuff is just blank, but this right here is actual stuff from their store. Recommended topics. The Windows Store still sucks, but underneath it is Dawn of War 3. That's another RTS that's coming out this year. It's going to be great.
What is it?
Dawn of War 3. It's very weird because it's based off of like a hero champion and not necessarily like base building. All right, and all right, so we're going to throw some stuff in here that's not about gaming and something
Hey,
out.
Before we get into that, have y'all looked up Shell Shock Live?
Yeah,
I
it
know Zala has.
I
Y'all
know
think
it
that
is.
would be an interesting game to stream between the three of us
might.
and Daniel
Yeah.
if he's still awake?
Daniel's in his bedroom. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Aaron. Not Aaron. I'm gonna be honest with you,
Aaron.
Matt. Buddy.
Mhm.
I'll play it with you.
I'm actually getting on right now.
I see it.
I'm gonna play it
But
right
I'm not
now.
gonna do that in the middle of the podcast because I
No.
like to check out all the stuff.
So I can actually put input on this. The Samsung Galaxy S8 came out yesterday, officially
Yeah.
released yesterday. I'm getting mine in about 2 weeks or maybe next week. I don't know. It depends on.
Go shit on yourself, you bastard.
But my brother got one and I got to mess with it, and it is it's kind of quirky. As you can see in this picture right here, I'll zoom in real quick. That didn't zoom in. Just put it in the center of my screen, but it's fine. The screen, you can tell it on the bottom corners. It's not straight corners; they're curved corners, which is kind of weird. And it uses USB Type C, which is really cool. It comes
Dude,
with
all I gotta say is your ad blocker pro sucks dick.
yeah.
I'm seeing all these ads on the stream. Me,
Yeah.
I'm over here. I'm like, where are these ads at? I've got the same stuff open as he does on my screen. Plus, I've got our Facebook and Twitter. By the way, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I highly recommend it. But yeah, I'm not seeing all these ads. I'm like looking around. I'm like, where's that ad at? That's weird.
There's someone watching Archer on it. This is a good picture because the screen isn't your normal 16:9 ratio like your 1080p phones are. It's longer. So what it does is it adds these black sidebars, but you don't really notice them because it's
I'm very good. I like that. I'm very happy that they add the black sidebars because then that will help me keep from pressing the damn buttons.
And then you can make it widescreen, but it cuts off some of the footage or stretches it out, makes it look funky. But if that's what you want, you can do it.
Fair enough.
I didn't mess with Bixby, the new assistant.
Dude, You do know Bixby's not out, right?
It's not.
Nope.
I thought it came out. I saw this come out launch day, the 21st.
They've said that it was going to. I'll look it up right now to make sure I'm not going
Yeah.
crazy.
Whenever I messed with the phone, it was Thursday night because he pre-ordered it and it came in a couple days early.
S8.
This person used Bixby, so apparently it works.
Really? Because I read somewhere, I'm apparently wrong, but I read somewhere that they weren't going to have it working on launch day.
So this guy took a picture of 3 different items. One was a sugar-free Monster energy drink. One was a pair of headphones. The other one was a Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. And when he took a picture of the 0-calorie, low sugar, well, no sugar Monster energy drink, it actually pulled up shopping results for it. And then when he did his headphones, which are over-the-ear headphones, it pulled up earbud headphones, but it's still headphones, so it tried. But the actual book, it pulled up like the Amazon Prime one for the hardback and digital, which is cool.
I like that. That's a pretty handy feature.
Yeah.
My only problem is if Bixby doesn't turn out to work well, I'm gonna be a little unhappy that you can't remap the fucking button.
I wish it would make it where you can remap that button for Google Assistant, because I love Google Assistant.
You love Google Assistant? Ew. Google Assistant's nasty.
It's way better than Siri.
That's true. Everything's better than Siri nowadays.
The Google Assistant is voice Google search engine that doesn't have a quirky personality.
Yeah, it does too. You can ask her for jokes. Do it right now.
Do what? Yeah, I know it can tell me jokes. Alexa tells me jokes too.
And so does Cortana.
Cortana likes to pop up out of nowhere trying to make a call out in Siege.
Do what?
Cortana likes to pop up out of nowhere when you're making a call out in Siege.
Dude, just turn Cortana off. Oh,
Yeah.
see, okay, I typed in Cortana on I typed into my little bar for Cortana on my computer, and it gave me a funny joke. I asked for a joke. Okay, so why did the hipster burn his mouth on his coffee?
Because he drank it before it was cool.
There you
Wow.
you got it.
Congratulations, Microsoft, using jokes that are like 6 years old. Congratulations.
I thought it was funny. I had a good time reading that joke.
Let's see. Video gaming becomes a scholarship at University of Utah. Are you good at competitive gaming? Do you want to go to school for free?
Where are you seeing this at?
It's in the revised link that I put.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's the second to last bullet point.
Oh, I see it.
University of Utah will become the first university to allow scholarships, kind of like football scholarships, but for video gaming. It's no surprise that esports are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Like, especially with big games coming out, like it used to only be like CS:GO and League of Legends that were big, but now you have like Overwatch, Hearthstone even has big tournaments. StarCraft 2.
Siege.
I wouldn't say Siege tournaments are as big as those.
They're not, but they're pretty big.
Yeah, but I mean,
Halo. God, the Halo tournament? They gave $1 million away to the winning team.
looks like they're playing Dota in the background pictures. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It might be
Dota
League of
2
Legends.
is actually a massive game.
But yeah, so if you live in Utah and you have a really high MMR, apply for a scholarship. I wonder how they do that. They're like, all right, we're going to need footage of you playing against people of the same rank as you. You have to be diamond.
I bet what they do is you probably have to submit like a stat sheet Like your if it's an RTS, you'd have to have your actions per minute, like your win-loss ratio, stuff like that.
Gamers in the it is League of Legends. Gamers on the Utah's League of Legends team will all receive partial scholarships at first. The guy said the long-term plan is to expand to more games and make money through marketing and sponsorship deals, eventually offering full scholarships to as many as 35 gamers.
Makes sense. I mean, I don't know why they haven't already done this. I mean,
Yeah.
the future was predicted by a freaking show called Video Game High School. It's just a matter of time before it actually happened.
I don't think it'll. Video Game High School. It's not like a high school. It's more like a technical college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That's a good show, though.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons.
You gotta watch the third.
Oh man, it's
Very
starting to
good.
storm outside.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest though. Like after we get off this podcast, I'm probably gonna watch some of Video Game High School.
All right. The last topic I wanted to talk about is the future of PC gaming, because I can really think Overwatch for this, because I'm on the Overwatch
Man,
Reddit
I
a lot.
wished I knew what I was talking about when I told you about that link. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, I'll let you see if you
Oh,
find it.
now
I'll keep bringing
now I
it until you
remember.
post it. More and
I
more
remember.
people are getting into PC gaming. I'm not saying PC gaming is like completely demolishing console gaming, but it is getting bigger and bigger, because as like especially with Nvidia's new stuff, and definitely because AMD's new stuff, it's getting cheaper and cheaper to get computers. Like AMD has a $200 graphics card that is VR ready.
Well, also, side note, there is an $80 graphics card out there that AMD just made, that can actually play video games and stuff.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
The 540
Yeah,
or 550,
I-
something like that.
Yeah.
It's not meant for gaming though. It's meant for
It's
video
not,
editing, image editing.
but it'll still play games.
Yeah, but I
And
mean,
it's really nice.
you won't be able to play games competitively on it. I can tell you that
No.
much.
But you could have fun and play. You know, your friend might recommend it for you to try out a game. You could play it on the lower settings.
Yeah,
No-
play
no
Minesweeper
problem.
on it.
I'll play Minesweeper on your face.
All right.
Oh, but I remember something that I wanted to talk about in this topic, and that's what.
do you have the link?
No, I don't have the link or anything like that. I wanted to talk about what I mean by the future of PC gaming. I think honestly, and I literally just had this epiphany when I was thinking about it just now. I think that PC gaming is going to come around to something similar to how Razer Core exists and the Alienware version of that, and how Samsung has the Samsung DeX. I think that PC gaming is actually going to move more towards a console format, you know, kind of more like a laptop, because you see more and more people switching to these gaming laptops, like the Razer Blade, whatever the fuck it was called. I don't remember the version. And then buying something like Razer Core.
The Razer Blade Stealth.
There you go, the Razer Blade Stealth. And then you buy something like what's it called? Something like the Core to go with it, so you can actually go on the go and use your laptop as like just a business computer, and then come home and hook it up and game to your heart's content.
Yeah, but the problem with that is how much is the Razer Core?
Oh, it's very expensive, but
like $200, right?
oh no, God no, I'm pretty sure it's more. Let me look it up. Come on, mouse, get over here. Here we go. We're at the official Razer website. Oh, by the way, they have a new Razer Blade. Looks pretty sweet. The Razer Blade bundle. Wow, yeah. God, these have got some pretty decent deals on here. Trying to find it.
I found it.
Distracted.
I found
You found it
it.
before me. That's good. 'Cause,
$500. Holy
yeah.
fuck.
You didn't know that? I knew it was way more expensive.
How much is the Alienware one?
Dude, I don't know. Alienware, fuck.
Alright, I don't have to Google it because I don't know what it's called. Alienware external GPU. Here it is on Newegg for $200.
Yeah, but what's all in it? That's the real question.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's
A
just a
PCI.
box.
Yeah, PCIe, and it connects probably through Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Well, actually, the Alienware actually has a connector specifically for that device.
$174.99 on Dell's website.
Well, I don't think it has a graphics card in it, does it?
No, you got to put your own graphics card in it. The Razer
Yep,
Core
and
doesn't come
that's
with a graphics
something-
card either.
I really like that about that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
something I really like. A couple years back, I actually did some research into a very similar product. I don't remember the name because I don't think they make them anymore. But it was, let me see if I can't find it real quick. It was a graphics card enclosure.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I can see how this could be the future, but I mean, if you think about it, right? If you want to game on a laptop, you buy like the Razer Blade Stealth or a Dell Ultrabook or something that can connect to one of these. That's very lightweight and good to take to class, college, you know, whatever. Use on the couch. It's not big and bulky like a gaming laptop is. So let's say you had this Dell one's cheaper. So let's say you go with it. It's $175. Then you'd have to go and get a graphics card. Let's say you're wanting to play Call of Duty World War II on high settings. All right, so it's $175 plus maybe $300 to $400 on a graphics card.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you go ahead and buy one of these, the bigger companies are going to keep the same fittings because they don't really have to change it. It uses the equivalent of a
It's just a PCIe. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all it is.
So they don't have to. So you don't have to worry too much about them changing the plug-in. Okay,
Yeah,
that's an established thing. But the thing that's nice about it is it gives you the upgradability of a desktop, but with the mobility of a laptop. And that's really something I think that we're going to start seeing here in the future. You're going to see a lot more things like Samsung DeX, the Alienware graphics card amplifier, the Razer cores. You're going to see stuff more like the Switch. You're going to see things like Super Screen. We haven't talked about this yet, but Super Screen, that's something that's super cool. Have you seen that yet? post the
no, we can save it for next week's podcast. So I'm kind of scared that my power is going to go out and we'll lose everything.
Don't be a baby. There you go. I'm sending you the link right now. Boom, bam. But yeah. Oh, remember last week we talked at the very end of the podcast. I mentioned a show that I was going to be talking about that I never did because I'm a fucking idiot sometimes. I swear. Xylo's Review, or the Big Z Review, or whatever name we can come up with it, will be a show where I review stuff like there goes your MSI gaming app.
Yeah.
Popped up all over your stuff. But back to what I was talking about. This will be more for reviewing new IPs and indie games that will be coming out for the Xbox and the PC. More to do with the creators program that we talked about last week. So stuff that's like with the creator stuff. Aaron's going to do a very similar show where he's going to use like Steam Greenlight. So,
Yeah. But I want my show probably be
you can say your show's going to be better than my show?
no, not better. It's gonna be shorter. It's gonna be like something you can like watch while you're on the toilet.
I'm gonna be honest. I might do the same thing.
Well, I don't want to supposed to do the same thing. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. I know.
So I'm looking at the super screen, and I don't understand what it's supposed to do.
Okay, so here's what it does. If you don't mind scrolling up a little higher.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you connect your phone to it. And
Yeah.
it looks like it's wireless.
Yep, it is. All right. So
And it's just a-
basically,
Makes your phone into a tablet.
yeah.
Asus tried
Have
to
you
do this
ever-
before.
Yes, but this is like the most funded one ever, and I'm actually probably going to buy one of these. Have you ever had an issue of having too many devices that, say you have a phone, right? You have your phone, you got all your apps on your phone, but you try to download the same app onto your, tablet. You're like, well, shit. Now I got to restart everything. I got to reset it all up. Well, with the super screen, it's your phone, but just on a bigger screen, which would be super helpful. It basically takes, any phone and turns it into an iPad.
This is where
which-
I'm getting at. The only person I know who uses a tablet regularly is my dad. The people I know who bought tablets, iPads, Galaxy Tabs, whatever, are through the roof. But the only person I know who still uses a tablet to this day is my dad. It's just, this isn't super practical.
That's super practical for me.
All right, I gotta
All
mute
right,
my
so
mic
I
real
can,
quick.
I can quickly make mock-up ideas for
Hello?
designs with something that's that
Hi.
big. I use my phone for a lot of this stuff, and I don't want to have to redo
It
everything
was
on a
late.
tablet. So it'd be really nice to be able to have a bigger area to touch to make mock-up
Oh,
ideas
yeah.
for designs and stuff like that,
I'll do the car
and to watch
shuffle
videos
later.
on a bigger thing while your phone's on the charger.
All right, we're
You
almost
grab
done
that thing;
here.
it's got a nice long range. You can play around on your phone while your phone's on the charger across the room from you.
But I mean, I understand what it's supposed to do, but I see a lot of people buying this like they bought tablets and then just not using it.
Okay, well, this would be kind of a thing more for me than
Yeah.
anybody else.
All right. Well, with this, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. Like I said, I don't want it to lose all my content.
It's looking pretty stormy out there.
Yeah. So, we'll be back next week around the same time.
Yep.
Hopefully, we're going to start trying to aim for a little earlier, around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And with that,
And
sorry, my
things how
dogs
most
are
people
freaking out.
probably been watching this on our YouTube. If you're watching this on Beam for some reason, go check out our YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, come check all of us out on Beam, and vice
Stan,
versa.
calm down, doggy.
Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Twitter is at BShieldPro. That's BShieldPro. And then on Facebook, it's at Ballistic Shield Pro.
I'm trying my best to stay up on YouTube and reply to comments. So if you have any feedback or anything that we can do to make this show better, just let us know.
And if that means that we have to bring more Matt and Daniel into it, that's understandable. We'll send Matt, something that'll make him talk. Like I'll put a shock collar on him, press a button, zaps him, he has to talk. And Daniel,
I'll send
I'll
him
just send a
caffeine
bunch of
pills.
energy. Do what?
Caffeine pills.
Yeah, Daniel will give caffeine pills. It'll be okay.
I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in, and if you made it this far, you listened to the whole thing, we're proud of you, and we'll see you next week.
We're proud and sorry for you.